Yes, sir. You telling me we're not premiering to audiences of thousands right now?
Of course not.
What do you fucking mean, bro?
Alright.
What's the point? Damn, we really are in chapter 7, huh?
Alright, we read the tips.
With the clown music already?
What were the tips?
Yeah, the search notice and the perpetrators. We didn't get the Chad notice that we got.
Yeah, the Chad notice where
chapter.
it was just like nothing. This wasn't reported on.
Yeah, and then that was it. That's the whole fucking notice.
Alright, let's get fucking going.
Pause.
Let's get going.
Let's fucking go. Thanks for bringing me Sweet Hut, by the way.
Yeah.
Do I owe you for that?
No.
You sure?
I bought it because I was getting Sweet Hut. It made.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. My man pulled up with Sweet Hut. All right. Sleepy. Thank you, K-chan.
Alright. Shit. Voices.
It's always the start of the day, man.
Mm.
It's the hardest part.
Whoa. Whoa.
You good?
Wow.
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 Fucking Bon Jovi over there.
KG. Whoa. I can't do the. Whoa. That was a really big yawn, Keiichi-kun.
You gotta find a starter.
I do.
Like, I have a starter for everyone.
Keiichi-kun is my starter, but I didn't want to start with Keiichi-kun. That was a really big yawn, Keiichi-kun.
Yeah, well, you can if it gets you into it. I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but it doesn't look like I can do it today. I was watching TV until late last night. I'm so tired right now. Filet mignon. Was one of those raunchy TV shows you loved so much on last night? How extremely vile! Don't jump to conclusions.
It's perfectly normal for boys. Nothing to be ashamed about.
Thank you, Rika. Rika not patting my head only made me feel worse. Could you just let me pass out this lunch break? No, seriously. My, you think I would just sit here and allow that? I'll get really angry if you disturb me. Really angry.
That was timed really well with the fucking music.
This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy.
Really well.
I slumped my head onto the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. That's me, but in every class. It seemed that Sadako had responded, but I pretended not to hear.
Keep going. That's probably, yeah. Cut it out, Sadako-chan. Keiichi-kun fell asleep. His sleeping face. So cute.
Star. This rat?
You can take him home.
Mion? Or Rika? I'm gonna hit it one more time.
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm just gonna send it on Mion.
Yeah.
You could take him home later. Let him be for now.
I think the dots means Rika. Let's move him over there. It'd be rude if... Yeah, it's Red Rika. It'd be rude to Keiichi if we bothered him now. I don't know if you noticed, but Keiichi-kun is Rina. Keiichi is Rika.
Yeah.
Sadako is San Keiichi-san.
Yep.
And
Mion
is Kei-chan.
Yeah, Kei-chan. Rika-chan really is a good girl. I'm gonna kill you. I'm just gonna assume this is Mion again. Let's not wake him up, even if the teacher comes back. Oh, that is Rika-chan. I take that back.
Oh.
The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the conversation with Oishi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep.
Perfect pronunciation.
Thank you. Just spending the day like this, it's almost as if the incident with Tomatake Flash didn't happen at all. Rip Tomatake, man.
Yeah,
I miss him. It made me think, was Oishi-san just trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me, again, regretting learning something I didn't need to know. If I had never learned about it, I would, without a doubt, be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Oishi-san for this.
Mion.
Huh? When was that?
Keep going. It's probably. Oh no, it was Rena than Mion. Huh? When was that?
Okay, then Mion. I heard he wasn't there the next day. It appears he vanished the night of the Watanagashi. Mion whispered to keep others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rena's voice was even harder to pick up, but I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tomatake Flash? Who literally else would they be talking about?
Keep going.
Rena, I think?
Itake?
Not sure. That's all I know. I would have to feign ignorance about this topic because I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it was much easier just to sit here and pretend I was asleep to listen in on their discussion. Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation?
How do we see the
view docs? Thank you, I forgot about that in the end chat. And then you gotta click me back in the game. The guilt stung.
So, Amy, there are others, right? Two.
But they don't know if it's from the curse or if this was a
Onikakushi.
Onikakushi. Onikakushi? Onikakushi. To be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good.
There was another, right? Right? I was trying to roll my R.
If it's Oyashiro, right?
Oyashiro.
Oyashiro-sama.
I put a weird pronunciation. Oyashiro. Yeah, that's great. But this year, the L.
Grandma and the mayor had talked about it. Seems they talked to the police about it beforehand. They said they'd take care of whatever happens this year without causing a commotion.
Then, without us knowing it, them, you mean?
Maybe. No, I couldn't make out what that word was.
Next. Good. Me, I wonder.
Don't worry. You got home safely.
But it's not allowed, right?
That was a long time ago. Let's stop talking about this. Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term Onikakushi. To be demoned away. By the context it was used in, I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. Studio Ghibli! I suspected that...
Yeah, that was the title. The word for spirit is it's spirit Kakushi is spirited away.
And then Oni is demon.
It's the name of the movie.
Odd. I suspected that was what it... that was what it meant because Tomatake Flash and that woman, it really bugged me that I don't know her name, vanished after the Watanagashi. The next thing that stuck out was when Rena said there's another one, right? Mion also said, if it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah, responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, then there had to be two victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of Onikakushi. It seemed that the curse and being demoned away are different things, and that they were phenomena that were paired together. I recalled Tomatake Flash's terrible end. That wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would best be described as cursed. Then, the woman with him, it means she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper. And the last point that bothered me was Rena. Rena was frightened. For what reason, I didn't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for Oyashiro-sama's curse. If I recalled correctly, Oyashiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recalled correctly, yesterday, Oishi-san said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be more likely the target, having moved here more recently than Rena. From her composure, I can infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard just now to Oishi-san. Informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep? It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned of these events.
This is Sadako. Or
Rat?
It's probably Rat, yeah.
Yeah. The teacher approaches, Keiichi-san! You must awaken!
I hate the lisp.
In the distance, I could hear the ring of the handbell signaling the start of afternoon classes. Ugh, I couldn't sleep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. It was in that moment when I leaned against the back of my seat.
Okay.
Tim Allen? That's the fucking Tim Allen?
Yeah.
There was a thumbtack stuck on the back of my chair with tape. Circumstantial evidence was enough. Sadako! Guilty without trial. Capital punishment. I furiously jumped up from my seat. And I tripped, as if my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces had been tied together. Not bad, Sadako. While I was sleeping, you were able to conceal your presence and able to pull off this fine piece of work. The teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Sadako. Did you not notice that our teacher has arrived, Keiichi-san? Take your seat. Clomp, clomp, wish, boof. Not caring one bit, I made her eat a flick to the forehead. Keiichi-san's being mean. That is the teacher.
Teacher. I guess I'm the teacher?
Yeah.
Did I have a voice for her?
No. I don't think you did. You can just kind of send it on whatever.
I'll be consistent. Hey, shit, don't pick on the younger kids, my Barakun. I can only do Southern, apparently. Apologize to her.
I saw Sadako stick her tongue out at me. That little brat.
Come on, my Barakun.
Yeah, I'll apologize. Sorry, Sadako-san. In any case, I apologized, even if it was in a completely insincere tone of voice. Damn her. I'll remember this. Kei-chan. Get your revenge at the club meeting. Take your seat. Is she fucking Rena now? I sat down after Mion told me to. She'd switched to class representative mode. I want to drive that piece of equipment.
Yeah?
That's all I want. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I would like to play that deduction game one more time. Clue Pog! I was hardly able to play it last time because of Oishi-san. Rena and I weren't even able to test our strategy.
That's right. Today, Keiichi-kun and I will be victorious.
Man, what should we do? We've never played the same game 2 days in a row before.
Why not ask me? I think a problem is that because I'm making the female voices so soft, it's really quiet.
Yeah. Mion looked over her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face suddenly lit up. Oops. I completely forgot. I need to go help my uncle today. Sorry guys, not today. Helping your uncle? Aren't you a little goody two-shoes? Sorry, really. I really did forget. Well then, sorry guys. This old man is heading back home for now. Mion left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching up her bag.
You see, you'll see, Mi-chan. She sometimes goes to help out her uncle. She sometimes goes to help out her uncle's at her uncle's shop in town.
Ah, I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff.
She says that she gets paid for it. It's quite a bit of spending money from what I hear.
I see. She was able to pay for that mountain of games with what she saved up from there. But wouldn't you call that a part-time job? Isn't that against school policy?
There's a clause that states family businesses are excluded.
Is that what she's calling it? So what now? Pass on the club today?
So, we're done for today, I guess.
Won't it be fine even without the club president? Let's do this! Keiichi Chad! I opened the club locker and began searching for the deduction game from that ever-growing pile of games. Ah, here it is. The deduction game from yesterday. Man, I had to stop just as I was getting the hang of it. At the very least, I wanted to repay Sadako for what she did during the afternoon break.
I do not mind. But, is this fine for Rena-san and Rika?
If Keiichi-kun wants to so badly, I wouldn't mind playing for a bit. I think it's better. Don't want to do Southern. It's better if we do it when we have time. Fuck, he's having a hard time right now.
He's freaking out right now.
I think it's better if we do it when we have time, everyone together. Don't know why I'm putting words in there.
When she says it like that, I wanted to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today.
I think this is like,
Oh?
Neon, Rika, maybe? I don't know. I wanted to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today. Going to buy soy sauce and other things.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Well, I guess since it's been a while, I should go treasure hunting.
Colonel Sanders! What's this now? Everyone was no longer in the mood for club activities. If I kept on trying to push the matter, it may make them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. Ah well, I'll give up this time. Man, I really was looking forward to playing it. I shuffled through the cards as if I was still caught up on it.
At the next opportunity, I shall give you a sound thrashing.
The murderer is Sadako. The murder weapon is The pistol. It was you after all.
What did you say? Then I'll just...
Sadako looked over through the cards on the desk and stuck out 3 of them at me.
The murderer is Keiichi. In the lounge, with the rope.
I don't need no rope. I'll just strangle you like this. And he fucking kills her.
No! Keiichi thought it's such a beast!
Phew. Well, I guess it's good that I got that out of my system.
I'll remember this, Keiichi-san.
She was used as a plaything for quite a while. How unfortunate.
You just can't say that, Rika. Star.
Cute.
Star. Fucking Rika, dude. I told you, she scares me. I don't like her. Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rena, Sadako, Rika, Keiichi, Mion, Satoshi. Satoshi? Not all the cards were made by us. Or at least every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does this mean that this Satoshi fellow is a member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I assume that's right. Since you haven't interrupted
Satoshi,
me.
yeah.
Satoshi? I couldn't find anyone named Satoshi on the class roster stuck up on the wall.
Keiichi-kun, let's hurry and finish cleaning up.
Being rushed by Rena, I finished up quickly. Sadako and Rika-chan had already headed merrily for their lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Can you tell I'm from Georgia? Right now, Rena had already gotten her bag and was ready to leave. Rena, there must be quite a few people who transfer from this school, right? I tried asking Rena in a bit of a roundabout way. Rena made a troubled face and then answered.
Yeah, Hinamizawa is a rural town, right? Some people transfer out every now and then.
Then is Satoshi another one of those transfers? Or transferees? No, that is transfers.
Sorry, I don't really know.
Little did you know. She knows. There was a bit of a pause, but the answer was pretty much immediate.
I'm not saying it to be mean. Just last year, I transferred in, so maybe I just missed him. I'm getting the lisp in my voice, too.
Because I'm here.
Because you keep doing the list with Sadako.
It makes her voice so much better.
So, I didn't hear much about him. Sorry.
Yeah, I've learned how to perfect being loud and do the lisp from my D&D character.
Nice.
I'm not sure. Sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was saddened by her denial, and I felt a little bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Though I do appreciate that they kept the unsettling curse thing from me. But if everyone is worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment, I wondered just what kind of face I was making, just then, with these mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance.
Keiichi-kun, you're making a scary face. Why is it? Why?
It was probably exactly the kind of face Rena said it was. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her. Sorry. I was really looking forward to the club today. I'm just feeling a bit down about it. I rustled Rena's hair. Let's go home. Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed home. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dumb feeling lately? I didn't know anything. I had nothing to worry about. Yeah, I was just enjoying my everyday life. My long, outstretched shadow gave no answer to my naive inquiry.
Keiichi-kun, are you tired maybe? Maybe?
Rena timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made this situation even more unsettling. You think so?
Yeah. You seem to have been a little out of it ever since this morning. Maybe a cold?
Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. It may not seem like it, but I've had perfect attendance since elementary school. Rena continued on since I didn't give her an answer.
It could be that the fatigue from moving has finally caught up to you. Don't know where that voice came going. It's completely different from where you used to live, after all. Of course, you've gotten tired, since there's so much you need to get used to and remember.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that it has to be. Rena was also like that at first, too. I can tell you know?
Why is she talking in third person? Has she done that before?
I think so. Maybe? No.
That was weird. That was out of place.
Right, talking in third person?
I didn't like it.
Okay.
A normal person says I. They don't say their name.
Okay.
That's weird. Put it down. Put it on the note.
Write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Put that shit on the notes.
Okay.
I wondered if Rena also experienced the slight bit of alienation last year that I was feeling right now. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt. I'd like to hear about when you first came to Hinamizawa. How was it? Feeling I had been drawn into the conversation, her face suddenly brightened.
It was the same as Keiichi-kun. I didn't know the villagers' names at all. Mi-chan and the rest were all very kind, so I wasn't lonely. But I did still feel a little out of place.
Rena told me all the details of when she had moved here. All of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries, and good times. So Sadako got you too?
Yeah, there was a thumbtack I put in my chair.
Poke. Is it still you?
Oh, it's in poke.
Goober.
Then with that, that really takes me back.
When were you invited into the club? The first day?
Nah, there wasn't a club at the beginning. It was formed partway through. One day, she said we should stay after and hold a big game tournament.
Come to think of it, Mion did say she was the first club president. Now I get it.
This is a secret, but Mi-chan used to be really bad at the beginning. She'd never win.
Huh? Mion? Really? I can't even imagine that.
She had to do most of the penalties that she came up with. Seriously, don't tell.
I can't believe Mion was like that. So she gradually transformed into a monster who used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her best when she's fighting dirty.
I began making more friends besides Mi-chan after that, but yeah, it might have only been since you moved here that I had finally felt like I had gotten used to it here.
I guess Rena had also been left in the dark about Oyashiro-sama's just Oyashiro-sama, when she had just moved here. I guess when they finally told me about Oyashiro-sama, I'd be considered one of them. He just says this shit out loud?
Think so.
I wonder when I'll finally be considered one of them.
Huh? Did you say something?
No, sorry. Just talking to myself.
Keiji-kun, you're silly.
Rena was poking fun and laughing at me. I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then, after making up my mind, I spoke. Don't say something stupid, Keiichi. I already know he's going to. Hey, Rena. Is there something that everybody is keeping from me? Alright, dude.
Huh? No, not at all.
I have so many problems with how Keiichi goes about some things. Like, this motherfucker. This dude can't think and keep a blank expression, like a normal expression on his face. He thinks and just gets angry.
Everything's on his face. Everything he's thinking is on his face.
That's what I'm saying. This man just puts his cards on the table at all times. And then...
He has no poker face.
Yeah. And on top of that, he knows that everyone is keeping something from him. And then he asks the one person who he knows isn't going to tell him the truth. What are you doing? Oh, look at this! What is this? You're lying, aren't you? Rena suddenly stopped. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? What are you doing? Her expression was cold and tense.
What do you mean by that, Keiichi-kun?
What a terrible fucking detective. Her tone was still the same cheery and lighthearted one as before. You are, aren't you? Keeping something from me. After understanding what I meant, her expression grew even more intense. Seeing that face, I regretted saying something so rash. No shit, dude! I fucking hate Kei-chan. But she came back at me in a way I didn't expect.
Well then, Keiichi-kun, aren't you keeping something from us?
Huh? Her tone didn't change, but it was the first time I'd seen this expression from Rena. With how her gaze pierced through me, I couldn't believe this was the same Rena.
Aren't you? Lies or secrets? Aren't you?
You
You
are.
are? Oh, go ahead.
Secrets. She didn't actually say that part, but she looked as if she did. The incident with Tomitake Flash and how I felt alienated from the group. Even without having to think about it, there were things I knew that I was...
What are
or
those?
that I felt guilty about.
Those eyes.
I hate that. I hate that, dude. Ugh. But I didn't tell everyone about what happened with Tomitake Flash, to be considerate. I was keeping it a secret just the same way they didn't tell me about Oyashiro-sama. Then, aren't we even? No, I'm not. No lies, nor secrets.
Liar.
Her answer was instant and it shook me. Rena stared as if burrowing through me, watching me like a hawk. Why would you say I'm lying?
Didn't you say that you were called into the teacher's room yesterday during the club meeting, Keiichi-kun? I know. You didn't go to the teacher's room.
I swallowed hard. It clearly wasn't a bluff. She knew what happened.
The teacher said you had a guest, didn't she? But you didn't talk at the entrance. You talked inside of the car near the school gate with some man we don't know.
Rena knew everything. She knew that I was called out by Oishi-san, and I heard about the incident with Tomitake Flash as well. Did she know all of it?
Exactly who was that man?
I don't know him.
Why did someone you don't know have business with you?
I want to know that myself.
Then what did you talk about?
It has nothing to do with you guys. It was a lie.
Lies!
Rena's scream echoed through the trees, sending frightened birds into the air. I couldn't exhale the deep breath I had just taken. No, it was like I wasn't allowed to exhale. It was here I first realized. The person in front of me, she wasn't Rena Ryugu. Then, who was it that was standing before me now? Who had assumed Rena Ryugu's appearance? I'd held my breath for so long I could feel myself suffocating.
Right?
And then she made a facial expression that Rena normally might have made. It didn't matter that it was Rena's usual smile. It chilled me to the bone. She drew closer to me. I felt her breath against my face. It wasn't the least bit exciting. Shut the fuck up, K-chan. Whoever this was with Rena's face was going to chew my nose right off. I cowered as I imagined that. Then, she smirked as if she was able to see right through me.
We also have secrets, just like how Keiichi-kun has secrets.
It was Rena's usual smile, but her eyes were still like that of a hawk's. Bringing her face close enough to mine to almost bump into my nose, she kindly persuaded me. I couldn't nod or shake my head. This person standing in front of me, this person who looked like Rena, frightened me to my core. I was terrified knowing that she could hear the sound of me swallowing nervously. After what felt like an eternity, after a long, empty silence, she finally spoke.
Let's go. It's getting chilly.
It was Rena
Chilly.
again. Smiling at me once more, she started walking as if nothing had happened. When I was released from her gaze, my legs gave out from under me. I slumped onto the ground. I wasn't able to lift a finger until Rena was out of sight. Who was that? I felt cold, my body drenched in sweat. I was finally able to form a coherent thought and asked myself once again, who was that person who looked like Rena Ryugu? Bipolar or a schizophrenic?
Who?
Rena.
Rena?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Keiichi? Fucking moron. One brain cell and it's off. It's not even on.
He ain't even using it.
This dude, I cannot imagine being in this situation, knowing people are lying to you, knowing that you're lying to them, and then having the audacity to call them out online.
Make a full Twitter post on twitter.com. Call out post on twitter.com.
I can't even imagine that. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
When you are lying to somebody and you know they are lying back, you cannot call them out for lying. Because immediately they're gonna go, well, you're bullshitting me too. And then you go, well, you know, it's different, right? He's a fucking idiot. I was out of it and couldn't bring myself to do anything until dinner, except stare blankly into space. Was I terrified from Rena going off on me? Also, he's a fucking coward. No, that's not right. That was someone else who only looked like Rena. Then, who could it have been? It was a dreadful feeling. Knowing that was someone else, not Rena. So tomorrow, I shouldn't have a problem talking to Rena like I usually do. That thought was strangely comforting. I concluded that I should just calm down and clear my head. Though those thoughts continued swirling around my mind. Finally, I returned to my senses as I heard my mother calling out to me from the bottom of the steps.
Keiichi! It's a call from the bookstore! Fuck, I'm just going, like, the worst
Bookstore?
voice I can with her.
Can't think of why they'd be calling me. It's Oishi-san. I went downstairs and picked up the receiver anyways. Oishi-san?
My apologies for calling so late at night. It's me, Oishi-san of the Okinomiya bookshop.
Oishi-san? Oh, it's Oishi-san.
Sorry. Since your parents picked up, I said I was from the bookstore. It puts people off when I say I'm a police officer.
Oishi-san was, in his own way, rather courteous. I love Oishi. Even so, I didn't want my parents hearing me talk to the police. I brought the cordless phone with me as I dashed back up to my room on the second floor. That's not suspicious at all. You're on the phone with the bookstore and then you run upstairs into your room.
Sorry for calling so late. That phone number on the piece of paper I gave you yesterday was the old number. My apologies. Can you copy down the number I'm about to give you?
Yeah. Okay. He gave me the number for his direct line as I wrote it down. I thought that was the end of it, but he began making pointless small talk, and it was pretty hard to hang up. Imagine... That's... Kyuchi, man.
So, how has it been, Mayabara-san? Did anything strange happen recently?
I see. This was the real reason. Of fucking course it is, dude. He really beat around the bush there. His adult conversational skills left me slack-jawed. Are you from around here, Oishi-san?
Yes, yeah, I am. Born and raised in Okinomiya.
If he's from around here, he might know. Oishi-san, do you know what this Onikakushi thing is about?
I believe that's when somebody suddenly vanishes because they've been abducted by a demon. It's a special saying from around here. It has the seeming as spirited away like everyone else says.
Whereas my friends would say they didn't know when I asked, this older man gave me a direct answer. It made me a bit happy that he answered me directly without trying to hide anything.
Hinamizawa was... I'm not sure if I should tell you this, Mayabara-san.
Don't try to play this off. If you're not going to talk, then I'm not going to tell you anything.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant. It's just... It may make you feel bad. You'll see, long ago, Hinamizawa was feared as the village where demons reside.
And you're telling me this is not Hot Fuzz? You're telling me it's not Hot Fuzz?
You think it's Hot Fuzz?
You're telling me it's not Hot Fuzz? Demons? By demons, you mean those pitchfork-carrying things in hell.
It's so hard to keep the Russian accent.
I
I keep going Irish, and it's really hard to stay Russian.
He doesn't know whether he wants the vodka or the shillelagh.
Okay, that's what. But, more like human eating monsters. They'd go down to villages, snatching people up and gobbling them down. That kind of tale.
Demons snatching up people is what this Onikakushi really means. They said that the curse and being demoned away happened together. What does that mean? I already knew about the mysterious deaths happening 5 years in a row, but I didn't know there were people disappearing for those same 5 years.
The curse and being demoned away happening together. First I've heard of that. Is that how it is, Mayabara-san?
That's what I want to know. I heard Rena and Mion talking. They said that if it was really Oyashiro-sama's curse, then both the curse and the demoning away would happen. Oishi began hemming and hawing on the other end of the receiver. Maybe something about that came to mind?
Mayabara-san, do you know of the first incident? The murder by dismemberment.
Yeah. One of the 6 perpetrators is still on the run, right?
Hypothetically, what if he isn't on the run, but was demoned away?
Huh? It was an outrageous hypothesis from Oishi-san. Is it? The incident 4 years ago was the particularly ghastly one. The police already knew the perpetrators, so they posted tons of wanted posters with his face on them. They staked out various locations and investigated every possible escape route he had. But after 4 years, there wasn't even a hint of where he might be. Unless the police were completely incompetent. It's Hot Fuzz! I'm telling you, bro! Even if it was an outrageous hypothesis, I couldn't simply laugh it off. Then what about the incident the next year? When the man who supported the project and his wife both died in an incident.
Well, actually, it was only the husband who died in the accident.
Told you, bro.
His wife's body was never surfaced.
I told you, bro.
Unless we find the body, then it's considered a missing person by law. By law.
At the time of the incident, with the river below the cliffs being muddy rapids, the police divers had searched every branch off the main stream of the river for dozens of miles, but in the end they weren't able to find her body. But that's just them not being able to find the body. She's still dead, right? Isn't it different from her being demoned away?
We cannot say someone is dead without the body. Until a certain number of years pass, by law, she's treated as still alive.
Do you know how many years it is?
7, I think.
He actually knew. Kind of, maybe.
Maybe? Yes, I do know. There's a reason I know. I can't tell you.
Is it because of these games?
No. Well, not this
Okay.
game.
Umineko?
Maybe.
Okay.
It does come up in Numeneko, yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if it was right to call that being demoned away. The wife is missing. At least that part was reality. How about the third year? The Shinto priest died of illness, and his wife committed suicide. No, she disappeared in the bog.
My brother son, that's actually the same exact scenario.
The wife had supposedly thrown herself into the bottomless marsh deep in the forest around Hinamizawa. Meaning, it's all circumstantial evidence. They simply found her suicide note in front of the marsh. A diver was able to recover a few remnants, but they weren't able to find a body. The investigative headquarters believed that she had faked her death and was still alive somewhere.
Keep going. Yeah, it's obviously Lucy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we could call these cases as being demoned away. It's just, as you've said, every year one person does go missing.
The incident this year, the one with Tamatake Flash, has gone missing. Then what about the incident with the housewife beaten to death? Who went missing? I believe the perpetrator was caught, right?
Yeah, we arrested him. He was just a miscreant with a record of narcotics abuse. He admitted to the crime while being questioned about a different incident. But, well, you see, after he was arrested, a child from the victim's home went missing. It's still under investigation. As to whether the disappearance had anything to do with the crime...
But you said you caught him, right? Did he have an accomplice?
No idea. It's considered a separate case. Moreover, we can't even check now. Because while under investigation, that man, he died in his holding cell.
He swallowed a spork and choked to death. Did it have to be a spork? Did Ryukishi have to make it a spork?
I mean, that's what they use in prisons, right? Because forks would be more dangerous in the prison.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, he's right. It's not known whether it was an accident or suicide. Meaning, for the last 5 years, there's always one person who dies and one who goes missing?
That's about right. No, actually, I'm surprised as well. I never realized they had that in common.
I couldn't believe that this could lead to the closing of those incidents.
Do you see how hard I'm thinking about how to do the pronunciation here?
It was just something that they had in common. Could it be that those demoned away have something in common? Oh, that was Oishi.
Could it be that those demon away have something in common?
Oishi-san mumbled as he seemed to be thinking about it. Was the kid Satoshi?
I don't know. Was he such a... We don't know yet who it was. We don't know who anybody who died was.
I'm assuming the kid that got demoned away was Satoshi.
Okay.
Because I know, because we've read up to chapter 11,
Well, yeah, we have read up to chapter
that
11.
Satoshi is gone. And that he just, like, disappeared. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that his mom got murdered and then he got demoned away.
Did it say mom? What did it say?
Or housewife.
The housewife and a child.
And a child. It said the housewife's child.
After it said a child from the victim's home went missing.
Yeah. So a child. So theoretically, it would be the child of the housewife.
Yeah.
So I summarized the events. Oh, you gotta click me. Yeah. The first year was the dam employee. Second year was the wife of a dam project supporter. The third year was the wife of a Shinto priest. Fourth year was the victim's family child, and the fifth year was the victim's girlfriend, I guess. It doesn't seem like there's anything that connects them.
5th year is this year.
Yeah.
With the exception of the first year, wives and girlfriends, those do stand out.
It does seem like there are a lot. Then that means the fourth year's victim's child was different. It would have really stood out if all were married couples, except not just married couples, but parents and children as well. Come to think of it, I believe Tomatake Flash also told me the younger brother is alive and has moved, if I recall correctly. The child that went missing in the fourth year, who were they?
Apparently, he was quite mature. 1 year older than you.
Satoshi.
His name was Satoshi Hojo-san.
I'm just built different.
Well, you already read this.
Yeah, but I don't remember this. Satoshi? I remembered that name. Didn't they tell me that Satoshi transferred out last year?
He was at your school until last year. Didn't they tell you anything about him?
Come to think of it, when I transferred in, I believe they said my seat belonged to a recent transfer student. Then where I sat once belonged to the one who was demoned away. It was his seat? Demoned. Smile. I recall the cold sensation that came from that desk. It made my hair stand on end. This string of mysterious deaths, no, Oyashiro-sama's curse. I now knew how it was connected to me. That chilling sensation, it was the feeling of Oyashiro-sama caressing the back of my neck. Oyashiro-sama's...
Yeah, go. I think that's...
Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Could Oyashiro-sama's curse really exist? In all honesty, I was beginning to believe it, and I was scared. That was why I wanted to say it was a plot crafted by a man and not the work of a curse. But the more I dug into it, the less likely that seemed. No, the more I dug, the more mysterious it became. If I kept digging, eventually, I'd reach the point where I'd learn something I really shouldn't know. To either be none the wiser or to seek an answer I may regret. Which one would I be happy with? Maybe it'll be me next time. My execution could only be delayed for 1 year. This motherfucker calls it an execution, dude. That was when I remembered. Rena. Rena said she may be the next victim of the curse.
You mean Rena Ryugu-san? She transferred in last year, and she's your classmate, isn't she? These incidents really might be a bit too disturbing for the girl. She's not just scared, is she?
It wasn't that. She said it might be her next. She said it in a way that made me think she had a concrete reason behind it. It felt like she was convinced. Almost as if, you could say, she was frightened. Her sudden change in demeanor? That someone who looked like Rena, but wasn't Rena. That might be unrelated. All the strange things that I felt from Rena today came back to me. Okay.
I see. Then I'll be doing a bit of investigation on this end. Please continue your observations of Ryugu-san, Mayabara-san.
Are you asking me to keep Rena under surveillance?
That's not what I mean, Mayabara-san. I just want you to watch out for your friend so she doesn't end up the next victim.
At that moment, just as my mouth was agape because I was so impressed with his mature, clever way with words. Why don't you fucking suck his cock? Knock knock. A sudden knock at the door sent my heart racing.
Am I doing his dad or are you doing his dad? Do you want to do his dad? Because I think I've been doing
Do
him,
you
but
want to let me do his dad?
think
Are
you
you
should do his
prepared
dad.
for me to handle that responsibility?
Yeah, do his dad.
Alright, in an instant, I had pointlessly covered up the end of the receiver. Keiichi-san, get the door, please!
Second person.
On the other side of the door, I heard my father's oddly upbeat voice.
Did the whole
What could it be? Yeah, dude. So I said, do you want to give me the responsibility of that?
Just started pumping your arms side to side.
What could it be? It's so late. Sorry, my dad just came in. Can we leave it at this for tonight?
Yes. My apologies again. Again for calling so late. If you find out anything else, please let me know. I'll tell you if I make any progress on this end. Well, then, have a pleasant evening.
Oh, he makes progress. Keiichi, hurry up and open up. Daddy's got his hands full. What is Dad doing? I had stayed in the same position while on the phone the whole time, so my joints were aching. When I opened the door, I saw my father was standing there with a tray. On that tray, cookies and 2 cups of black tea. A fairly fancy spread for our household. There was even sugar and lemon slices on the side. Everything you could ask for. This was quite the show of hospitality. What's going on, Dad? What's all this for? Come now, don't play around, Keiichi. I'm coming in. Dad was in high spirits and had a smirk on his face. But for my entire life, I've never seen him act this hospitable. What had gotten into him? So, what were you talking about? I jumped. It's not something I had to keep from my father, but how could I explain to him that I was talking to a detective? I'm assuming he was, this late at night. Nothing much, just a friend. I don't mean the phone. She was here, wasn't she? Rina-chan. She wasn't here.
I love that piano. Just so discordant.
Come now, don't try to keep it from me. She just came over to play. You two were chatting away, so I thought I'd bring some tea, but it looks like I just missed her. I had no idea what Dad was talking about, but a cold sweat dripped down my back. How long were we talking? Rina-chan went upstairs about half after, so it was close to an hour, I guess. You saw her come up to the second floor? Hear that knocking?
Yeah.
Okay. You think that's this apartment or somewhere else?
I think it was across.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I also told her that your room was down the hall up the stairs. Rina came to my house about an hour ago.
The knocking is coming from below.
and called out to me, Dad met her at the door and called out to me on the second floor. I probably didn't hear him because I was so focused on my conversation with Oishi-san. I didn't reply, but he knew I was in my room, so he had her come inside. Then told her my room was on the second floor. She thanked my dad and went upstairs. Then about an hour passed. She passed by my dad just as he was bringing up tea and left. She came upstairs, and about an hour passed. Then passed by my dad and returned home. Then, after she came upstairs, and until she left, where was Rena? There's only a short hallway between my room and the stairs. Meaning, Rena had, for about an hour, in the hall. No. She couldn't have been standing in front of my door all that time. The door to my room wasn't particularly thick. You could easily hear everything being said inside. All of the ominous things and all the nonsense I spoke to Oishi-san about began rushing through my head. Honey. Oh, that's his wife.
Oh, honey, don't tease him. Christ. More importantly, shit. I'm so bad.
More importantly,
hubby.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Anyway, more importantly, you need to clean up your studio. It's the mess again.
Imagine just not sending it on Mike Wazowski. Mom yelled up at Dad from downstairs. Dad left the tray with me and went downstairs with a disappointed chortle. I followed my dad out of the room with my eyes. I looked down at the floor around the doorway where Rena might have stood all that time. Just now, as I was talking to Oishi-san, with my back turned, Rena was standing a mere 6 feet away the whole time? All that time, in this dimly lit doorway? What did she see? What did she hear? For what reason? As the steam from the 2 teacups ominously wafted and twisted, the aroma of black tea filled my room. End of the chapter? End the chapter? Yes! That means I can go pee. Let's fucking go! Alright, you want to do tips and then we'll take 5?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, well then let me move the keyboard out of my lap.
Just a notice from the police chief.
Ah, the notice from the police chief.
Get off your phone, head ass.
You're loading, motherfucker! What do you want from me?
July 1st, 1982. The Departments 1 through 12. Blank Prefectural Police Headquarters. Director General, redacted. To the Chief Constable and all facility managers. Regarding cases situated in Hinamizawa Village, notice. As cases in Shishibone City, Hinamizawa Village, have been reported by certain sections of mass media, it has drawn global attention, which is causing serious repercussions for local residents. This has become a very serious situation. To protect the livelihood and prosperity of the residents, the following notice has been issued. 1. Designate the following criminal investigations as classified. Okinomiya Station 1982, case number X. Hinamizawa Village housewife murder, dated June blank. Okinomiya 1982, case number X. Hinamizawa Village student disappearance, dated June blank.
That's Satoshi.
2. Non-disclosure information. Okinomiya Station 1979, case number blank. Hinamizawa Village site foreman murder, dated June blank. Shira Station 1980, case number X. Shira Natural Park falling incident, dated June redacted. Okinomiya Station 1981, case number blank. Hinamizawa Village Shinto priest wife's disappearance, dated June blank. Requesting self-restraint from each organization concerning the release of sensitive information. Please see attached reference materials 1, 2, and 3. Management, redacted. Prefectural Police Headquarters, Eternal Line, redacted. Police Affairs Department, blank and blank.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, so they're putting the kibosh on any
Information?
publicly released information.
Yes, sir. All right.